everyone, and welcome back. I had a whole plan of doing the poly on the ceiling in the back part of the workshop, and now on Marketplace a Hoosier cabinet came available in Superior, Wisconsin for a real decent price, so I'm heading down there to pick that up for the room that has the wood-fired cook stove. I'm back at the house now, and I have the top half of the Hoosier cabinet. The back half is in Melissa's truck, and she'll be home in a couple hours, and get that hauled in here and we'll take a look at it. Nice bin full of birch bark here to start the fires. That's a lot of birch bark. That'll start a lot of fires. Not a whole lot of wood there, but I just wanted to get some in here so I can burn it when I want to. Right now, I'll hopefully get some more cut. There's no snow in sight for the next, well, there's a dusting coming up, but no real snowfall is coming up for the next 7 to 10 days anywhere that I can see. Still time to move stuff around. Melissa will be calling me in just a few minutes on her ride home, and then when she gets here, eventually we'll get that bottom out here to this cabinet. Well, there it is, the 1920s Hoosier cabinet. I was reading up on these, and in the 1920s, which is the same time that this stove was built, this was like the big rage. Every kitchen wanted to have one because it had so many conveniences in here. We have to get, there's a flour sifter that comes in here, they're metal, and they come down. And then you open the little thingy and you sift the flour that you need. And then there's a one in here that slides in. The flour one goes all the way up to here. And then it'll have a window so you can see how much flour is in it. And we're trying to track down which one it is because there's actually a metal, like the metal top to it is here. Which I haven't seen yet, so we're still looking. Sugar one, there's two rails here, it just slides in, so you would pull that out to put your sugar in. And then right in the center, there's a hole, and there was like a spice carousel thingy. It had like 6 glass jars on it, and you could spin it around. And this was for baking. It was, they said that, well, it's over 1 million were made, or millions were made, most of them in Indiana. And then they were the rage until the 1940s, when the built-in kitchen cabinets like that we have today became the big rage, and then these weren't used that much. But this here, it's got an enamel table that pulls out, so you have more room for doing your stuff. This pulls out. Stuff kind of got moved around when I was in transport. This one pulls out. I have to look and see, because it also has rails underneath here. Not sure what was on. And they're wooden rails, so it wasn't like it was super heavy. I need to look that up because I found a couple of them that are almost identical to this. And you've got your 2 little drawers here. This is a metal drawer here. I'll have to tell that to Melissa. And this one down here, this is a metal drawer also, but it's got a metal bin in here. Up here now, this is like just a little, there's some things that need to be adjusted here, and she said that too for sure, but this goes, let's see, the nail is there. Oh yeah, and then there's nail holes here. So this is another place where like you could put spices and stuff. There's 3 of them that would have sat in here, if this is the way. Could be. I doubt it's that way, but I don't know. 3 of these. This too has a little metal thing here. I have no clue. Screws and little support blocks for stuff, so I'll figure that out. But it was pretty cool because we picked it up from the people, and the guy said he was 69 and the lady was his wife, and this was his mother's, and his mother died in October. She was 92 years old, and she can remember when she used this all the time. He could remember her cooking on this all the time when he was a kid. And then when Melissa was talking to the wife, she said that her husband, the guy that said that his mom was cooking on this, the mother that had just passed away told her that when she was a kid, she remembers her mother cooking on this or using this to get stuff ready. So with her being 92 years old, that puts it right back a long ways. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We got a little bit of the history. Only thing missing on this, some of it's been repainted. She said it was really ugly, like gold and green or something, and this back part had been replaced. But there used to be a roll top. You'd shut it here. They call it a kitchen garage or something. I don't know. I was just reading on it. It was like there's so much history on these things. And then it would open. So I don't know if I'm going to do one of those or not. Melissa said she thinks it'll just be fine being open. She just wants to get in to get her stuff. Doesn't have to be closed up. So yeah, that'll be a fun project to do. She'll figure out what color needs. Cabinet doors need some adjusting, which I can do that. That's up my alley. And then there's this little knob thingy that this clips onto, and this one, it's missing one down here. The lady said you can get those online, and there is a site that has all these parts, but every part is like really expensive. And then I see it has little wheels on the bottom, and I saw when I was looking online that yeah, a lot of them did have the wheels, because then you could move it around in your kitchen, but these are not the original wheels. In fact, there's like an indent here. We think something else went on here, but these are stamped on the side, made in Taiwan. So I don't think we were getting stuff from Taiwan back in the 1920s. I'm going to be out here, in that part anyway, for the next hour or so. I got to put together this gas grill. I think I'm going to fire this up just to burn it another time. if that fire did anything. Do anything with my grates. Ah, they move now. I did not expect that to work like that so easy. I mean, I sprayed it and it didn't work, but then we ran the fire in there and now it does. So what we have here is the Thor Kitchen 2-burner stainless steel barbecue grill, and the guy's name is Russell, and he's the one that sent the egg, that little cute little egg barbecue that worked really good. But he was watching the videos, and he watched the camper video, the Fish House camper, when Melissa and I were camping, and I used that little gas grill that I had. And he contacted me shortly after that, asking if I would want to try their gas grill. And I everything was so busy right then, you know, I really didn't think about it. And then that little gas grill that I have is perfect for like just the two of us. But when we go out there ice fishing, we're thinking, well, what about Zachary and Sam if they want to come out? Or I don't know that my dad would make a trip like that now. But anyway, we talk about bringing other people out there fishing sometimes. Like they could come up for a day if we're out, because we have some times, if we get enough ice this year, where we want to go out there for like 5 days on the ice and just spend the time out there. I think it's going to be so great. And then we could have people come in, like somebody could come in and fish for the day or whatever, and then take off. But on that little gas grill, I'm not going to be able to cook enough food for more than 2 people. And this one is still small and portable enough. And I said, and then he asked me again, and I said, you know, send it out here. I'm not going to do a dedicated video on it, but what's happening right now is tomorrow I'm cooking lunch, and Melissa did a Walmart order drop at the house and got hamburgers. She forgot brats, so they're dropping them off in the morning. So hamburgers and brats, and then she's just going to put French fries in the oven, and that's going to be our lunch tomorrow. Well, then I thought, you know what? This box is sitting in the mudroom. This is perfect time to try this out, see if I like it. And if I do, I think I will. I didn't know what it looked like. This thing is pretty cool. And I thought I would have a lot of putting it together, but I don't think I'm going to have to put together anything on this, to be honest. So we're going to try it out tomorrow, see how it works. When I'm doing burgers and brats, I never think of them to do them on charcoal. To me, it seems like I'm wasting. I'll do it if I have something else I'm cooking on charcoal, but it's always a waste to me to dump all that charcoal in the grill to do burgers that are going to take, 5 or 8 minutes on each side, and brats are going to take, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most to cook. So I always like to do them on gas because I don't think you get that much extra flavor on the charcoal. Now if I can get it out of this box, we take a better look at it. The legs are going to fold out. I gotta check this out. When I saw that box, I thought, oh no, this thing's going to be too big. I'm not going to want to lug it in the fish house, but it's because of all that packaging. This is actually going to be a perfect size. So let's check it out. We got little latches that hold the top down for travel. That's nice. The burners are already in place. I don't have to put that together. You can see what that looks like before I get the, what are these things called here that go over the top and get the grill in there, or the grate. I just heard a noise in the back of the workshop here. It's like, what is that? I turned up that furnace in there today because originally I was going to do that plastic over the top, but never got around to it. This must be a grease pan. That's my guess. I thought I could do this without looking at the directions, but I'm going to have to take a peek. Check this out. I like it. So this is a pretty cool thing here for your grease pan. It slides in underneath. So then you can just pull that out and dump it. That's pretty cool. That's going to keep it pretty clean. And I'll be able to just, when I'm done, dump that, pop this inside of here when I close it, and transporting it, you're not going to get stuff all over. So that's pretty, I like that. Let's get that grate on there. It's a nice heavy duty grate. That's a nice big cooking surface on here. We got like almost 21, so say 20 by 13. That other little grill I had about that much. So this will really cook a lot. I like these big knobs too. Let's see if there's any specs I need to cover on here. That furnace back there, I mean, that part of the building's bigger than the front part of the building, and that thing really kicks out the heat. I mean, everything is assembled for me as far as the gas goes. We'll just hook it up to a tank tomorrow, put it out on that glass table, and fire it up. I mean, this is perfect on a picnic table, or when we go ice fishing. Just like when we went summer camping, I put that white fold-out table out there for everything. And I think when we go ice fishing, what I'm going to do, we're going to set up get the ice castle set, and then for cooking outside stuff, I'm going to set up my, you know, that hub fish house I have, that igloo that's like 10 feet by 10 feet. And that's going to be a place, like if we fry fish, we do it out there. Or if I'm going to do burgers or something like that, I can just do it in there, open up the windows. I think that's going to be really nice. Keep not a whole bunch of crap inside the fish house, and all of the, especially like if you're doing fish and stuff, or even grilling, you know, you're not going to do that inside. And sometimes it gets so dang windy out on the lake that if I'm inside a little shelter like that, it's going to work perfect. All right, let's see, 430 stainless steel. Features 2 U-shaped burners, both are 10,000 BTUs. So we're putting out 20,000 BTUs if you have that thing cranked up all the way. That's pretty cool. You know what? They're pretty dang reasonably priced, especially right now. And, oh, and I'm going to put the link in the description, and I believe, where's his email? On the Northern Seclusion, there's a discount code on this too, also, so you could save even more money. Not a bad deal. Alright, that's it on the grill until tomorrow. Cooking up some burgers and some brats. We'll see how it works. That stove is heating real nice. I've got the draft down to about a little bit under half, and I've got the damper down about 3/4. I did put a couple more pieces of wood in there because when you first put it in, it burns down fast because you got that small stuff. So you just slowly burn it. I wonder if I could fit one like that in there. Just kind of want to see how it would burn a bigger piece because this stove really seems to burn nice. See how that works. Hardly no airspace. See what happens. The worst thing it can do is it can go out, but so far this thing has worked flawlessly. Last night when Melissa was out here, she stayed out for quite a while, but that smoke burning off here really bothered her lungs, and today now there's none of that. It's just a nice, dry, warm heat. I have it pulled out so it's running around the oven right now too. Alright, well it's 11 minutes after 7, so I'm going to run inside. I'm editing on a video, the second video on that stove, and then yesterday I finished the third video on that stove, so I have to edit that one. But then when this came up, when we decided, Melissa asked me yesterday, what do you want for lunch? And when we talked about let's do burgers and brats and stuff, it's like, well, I might as well get this one done. And this time of year, it's like my email is full of products that people want to send, and the reason why is because Christmas is right around the corner. Once Christmas is gone, you know, there won't be that much stuff. Most of them I pass up because it's just like, well, that's really not my thing. You know, and sometimes you get them for like a video game, to play this video game, these different video games. It's like, I don't even have a gaming console. I wouldn't even know where to start, you know. Last game I played was with my daughter Sarah, and it was Rygar, and she was like this big, kicking my butt, and she was still, I think, in diapers. So there's a lot of stuff that I get that I just think that I can't do a video on that because I really couldn't, I just really can't use it, you know, so. But yeah, I'll head in and get that stuff done, and tomorrow we'll cook lunch on this. I'd like to get some more of that wood brought up here if it's nice tomorrow. And I want to get back here eventually and start putting that poly on the ceiling. I got tons of stuff to do. Just got to pick out which one I want to do. I suppose I'll turn this down. 50 to start and 56 to stop. This thing still feels good. What's the oven up to? Because I just have this burning slow. 300 degrees. Good morning, everybody. I came out here a couple hours ago and started up the furnace in here, turned on my little electric heater, and now I just brought some snacks out because every Saturday that I'm home we come out here and have our movie, a couple hours out here watching a movie in the afternoon. Few snowflakes starting to fall right now. We're supposed to get like 0.3 inches today, just a dusting. I started this thing up a couple hours, well, maybe an hour and a half ago. Today we're going to do those hamburgers and brats. And I wanted to take and run this for an extended period of time, just to, you know, instead of just an hour or whatever. So I fired it up, and then we're going to do French fries, you know, the kind you just throw them in the oven. And this thing is pegged over past 600 degrees. So I was just out here a little bit ago, and I turned down my draft way down, and the damper is down at about 3/4. And we'll see if that'll drop it down. Otherwise, I can shut the damper down even farther. But it's not all that hot in this room either. Yeah, do some French fries in there and see what happens. But I thought I better bring this out and see if I've got a propane for it. I was just sitting there thinking, what if I have to go get propane? I don't know how much is... I've got one that's hooked up to the other gas grill on the back deck, but I don't know how much is in there. Does fit. All right. Should take about 15 minutes. We are at 425 to 450. More time to go, that's for sure. Getting warm in here. Smells like French fries in here now. Well, that was a really good lunch. The brats and the burgers turned out awesome. That little grill worked really good. And it did cook a lot. I mean, we had a lot of leftovers. And that wood cook stove cooking those French fries, Took a little longer, but then again, it was 2 pans and it wasn't in a single layer. But what was neat about it was they were, like the outside of them was kind of crunchy, but the bottom wasn't burned, which it's really hard to get something like that when you're doing it in your oven in the house because the heat's mainly on the bottom. So yeah, that worked out pretty neat. That was a good lunch. It was fun. Just coming out to check this again. I was just out here a short time ago and put more wood in it. It's been going for almost about 5 hours right now, but I never checked the back plastic to see how. Oh yeah, it's not even. We're fine. I was worried because I ran it pretty hot. Yeah, it's good. Not even hardly warm up there. And I wasn't thinking, like before I put the fries in, it got up to, it pegged it as far as it would go, like 600 degrees, whatever it shows. So what I did was what you do with a regular stove. You shut down the draft and you shut down the damper to kill the fire some. With this one here, I should have just, it did slow it down. Then it got down too low and I had to get it back up again. But with the oven like this, the best thing to do would have been to shut the draft totally off and open up the damper so that the heat goes out the stovepipe. And I just thought about that when I came out here and put more wood in it, and I need to remember that next time. Having a wood stove to heat and having a wood stove to cook, 2 different things. Got some snow out there and that wind has really picked up. I need to go check the fish house camper to make sure the heat's still going in there. I didn't run out of gas or anything. I'm sure Melissa and I will be out there in an hour or so. Seems like we go in there and then when we come out it's dark out. Plenty toasty in here. Feels really nice. Joni. Good morning, everybody. Just coming up here and turning up the heat in this building. And I'm going to turn it up back here also. I don't think we're planning on cooking anything out here today, but I'm going to start this up and run it a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I didn't get any poly on the ceiling, but I got everything cleaned up in here. Brought in a couple more pieces of metal that had been sitting outside. Got the rest of the lift in here. I think that's good. Tomorrow I'm going to actually run up early in the morning. I'm leaving Zachary's up at the tent. I'm going to shoot up to the tent and just spend the day with him. We're going to check out that area that got logged and go check out another deer hunting area that's kind of half, I don't know, towards Zachary's house from the tent, but check it out for next year, see what's going on. Okay, everyone, well, thanks a lot for watching. I guess we'll see what next week brings. I will see you guys on the next video.